A popular produce brand is being sued over claims that they had forever chemicals on their product. The chemicals were found on Driscoll's strawberries. A consumer advocacy group reportedly found that the berries, advertised as sustainably grown and, quote, only the finest, had 12 different pesticides on them. 8 of those were classified as PFAS.
Joining us now is our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes. This comes at a time when more people are paying attention to their food, right? We've got cyclospora circulating around. What kind of liability could Driscoll's or any other company be facing if they have these chemicals on them?
Well, there's a number of things that they could face. First of all, you're talking about if they're saying you're only the finest, you have to figure out, well, what are you attempting to say with that? Are we saying these are organic? Are these contaminated? And it depends on what that definition is supposed to be. But I mean, the way that they're distancing themselves, it seems like they're associating it with no forever chemicals at all. I mean, this PFAS have popped up in a number of places. We've talked about that, not even connected with food, but in our drinking water. I mean, they're seeming to pop up everywhere. And so no company wants to be connected with something that could have some harmful effect on their end user at the end of the day. But yeah, I think it's really going to determine what they're saying that only the finest was. If it was supposed to be chemical free, then I think then these plaintiffs will have a significant claim. And you got to remember, this isn't the first time they've been sued. They were just most recently sued by a wrongfully terminated, that's their allegation, employee who made the same allegations. This employee said, hey, I believe they're doing this with these chemicals, and then they were wrongfully terminated. That's what they're alleging in their wrongful termination complaint. So this seems like the next step in some type of process in determining if they had these chemicals or not.
It sounds like deceptive marketing, at least on the surface here. Can a consumer sue if there's no physical harm?
Well, you have to have a standing. So let me start with that. You have to have been someone that has been affected. Have you purchased the item? It's going to be that same process, the duty, breach, causation, and damages. Now, what are your damages, right? But yeah, that false, misleading advertisement, that would be a claim. But if you don't have any damages, were you not enticed to purchase it because you saw it say only the finest, then no, you're not a person that could bring a claim. This has the potential to be a massive class. As you mentioned, this is a company that is the largest distributor of this product. And so I would assume that the class wouldn't lack members, right? But yeah, for you to be a member of this potential class, you'd have to have suffered some type of damage, whatever level of damage it is. You can't say, hey, I saw the sign and now I want to be able to jump into some type of potential lawsuit, because your case would get dismissed instantly.
Does this get a little tricky when you're talking about damages, because PFAS has been known to be sort of a long-term exposure thing? It's not, I ingested this one time, it's over years and years and compounding. So how does that complicate things if you're trying to prove that this impacted you?
Well, that's why the term of this type of litigation is complex litigation. It's not easy. This is something that the case itself is going to take a long time. This would be probably a multi-district litigation as well, where you're in multiple locations trying to bring a claim, trying to see if you can get that first bellwether case to see if you got one that can go nationwide. I think after that, yeah, this could take years, because you won't know the effects, back to Jason's question, of the extent of the person's damages. You may still be in treatment for whatever potential injuries that you have. The lingering effects may not pop up until 5 or 6 years from now, because we're still studying this in real time. It's unknown, but litigation itself takes a long time. Connecting it to something that with science is going to make it even longer.
Do you see this changing food labeling going forward, or what?
I don't think it's going to change. I think we have the things in place right now to ensure that companies accurately depict and list what's in their food. That fine line between listing the ingredients and marketing to a group of people that want, only clean products is going to be where this case will be determined. Were you attempting to sell and push off this product as something that was no contaminants at all, or was this was a marketing ploy? And the discovery process will really show what was occurring right there.
Yeah, a lot of disappointment for a lot of parents, right, who kids love their berries, so they don't like to see this. All right, Khalif, thank you so much.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.